Well, this is the mangled mess left behind after a drunk driver hit a Phoenix patrol car head on. It happened about a year ago near 26th Street and Cactus.
Terrible crash scene just this week, though. The officer behind the wheel here miraculously walked back on the job, and he's sharing a profound message of forgiveness for the man responsible. Whitney Clark spoke to the officer and is live in our newsroom tonight with his story. Whitney.
Jared and Jamie, we caught up with Officer McCance this afternoon after he had his first full shift yesterday. So this crash actually happened on New Year's Day 2021, just over a year ago. McCance tells me he feels good, and to borrow an old cliche, it's kind of like riding a bike after some intense months of rehab. By day, Chase McCance patrols the streets of Phoenix, but it's who he is without the badge propelling him through a long year of recovery.
The dad that can, run around and play and wrestle and do all that fun stuff, that's really what motivated me from the get-go, just to, be that dad to my boys.
Simply standing in the Phoenix Police Department headquarters on Wednesday to talk to reporters was a feat, considering the wreck that put Officer McCance in a wheelchair, unable to walk for weeks with a laundry list of injuries.
I had a dislocated left hip, fractured pelvis, fractured sacrum, a couple broken ribs.
His face was actually broken. McCance says the 22-year-old who slammed into him was sentenced to under 5 years behind bars, and his wife made a powerful statement in court. At the end of the day, all is forgiven.
It was a powerful moment for us, just to be able to, sit back, look at everything and say, you know what, people make mistakes, life happens, we forgive you, man.
With the pain, though, comes the good. The year was riddled with blessings. McCance went to a blood drive where he could not donate because he had a transfusion, but his wife paid it forward.
If I hadn't have gotten the blood donations that I received when I was in the hospital, I wouldn't be here.
McCance's squad also presenting him with a reminder of his recovery, his license plate, and the keys from the car that was destroyed. And the sweetest blessing of all, the birth of his second son.
I feel blessed, after seeing the car and seeing it in person really gave me that feeling of just being blessed to even be here. That car was mangled, and here I am walking out being a police officer of all things.
While going back to work was bittersweet, McCance feels like his work with Phoenix PD matters, and his other job title will always be dad. Well, just to kind of put this into perspective for you, he was in physical therapy about 3 days a week. Then for the last nearly 2 months, he bumped that up to 5 days a week. In terms of his physical health, though, the officer says he's a little more sore than normal, but otherwise has fully recovered. In the newsroom, Whitney Clark, Arizona's Family.